As a project manager, you hired an expensive technical subject matter expert for a 6 months period to provide specialized advice on your project. After 3 months, you realize that the SME's contributions are not significantly beneficial to the project progress. What is the most appropriate action for you to take? Tricky situation. So I have a subject matter expert. I paid for his hiring or allocation. We allocated this particular person for 6 months to our project, and it's been a 3 months, and we are thinking that looks like I'm spending too much here. Yeah, what should I do as a project manager? Probably the question is showing you want to save money. That's an indicator. But what is the best thing to do when you see this person is not well utilized? Yeah. So resource utilization and contributing to business value, project value is all coming together here. Let's see the option. Maintain the SME's contract for the remaining 3 months since it is already budgeted in the project. As we learned, we don't focus on react like a passive approach. We are not saying, oh, why should we worry about it? This situation is there. Let's ignore it. We already have an approved budget. If you want to do that, why this question? Yeah. So the question itself is showing you need to do something about it rather than you get the information and stay silent about it. So, yes, I need to act. I can't remain passive about this information. Option B, review the terms of contract for potential early termination and consider terminating the contract. Great idea. Yeah, great idea. But wait a minute, maybe he might be doing something, maybe a small thing during the day, but that small thing is very critical for us. Maybe my perception of not full utilization is not right. I want to save money, but probably I need to recheck before I take that call. Yes, the question is nicely saying that I will check the contract and look for early termination clause. I'm not jumping for termination. But before that, should I do something else? Let's look if we have an option, else we go with option B. Yeah, if we get a better one, then good. Else B looks good because B is focusing on cost primarily. Option C, evaluate the SME's contribution in detail and assess the impact that releasing the expert early might have on the project success before making any decision on the contract. Looks great idea. So my intention here is I want to release this person and save money. But before I do that, I want to do a little detailed assessment. I want to involve some other people of my team and see what will happen if you release this guy. Yeah. Do we have any significant dependency? Do we have any significant advice which might get impacted if we release this person? And I have studied the content. It's possible to release this person, but we are evaluating the risk associated with releasing it. So I'm doing risk assessment as well when we are doing option C. Better than B, more or less aligned with B, but B is directly jumping to release. C is saying, let's take a step-by-step approach, assess the information, and then we will release this particular subject matter expert. Option D, reduce the SME's working hours instead of fully terminating the contract to balance cost saving with the potential for future contribution. Highly likelihood you can do that, but you will only do once you really know why to spend even a 1 hour price if I can save fully. Yeah. So I don't know, I can't just say that let's reduce it. Now reduce it how much? 50%, 60%, once in a week? Maybe not clear. Yeah. So I can't directly jump to the action. I may end up finalizing that, but I need to do analysis of it. So C is better. After C, we may go for D, we may go for B, which means after an analysis, we may go for reducing the contribution, we may go for releasing the person, or we may go for A also, that let's not disturb this. We have other bigger problem to handle. Disturbance, this will not make much sense. Let's continue with this guy. But I am doing it after doing the assessment. Yeah. So C comes first, and rest of the things depends upon what we conclude in the C as an option. Now, overall, this is focusing on tasks related to assess and manage risk. We are focusing on plan and manage budget and resources. So process domain task, assess and manage risk, task 3, and task 5 of plan and manage budget and resources. The topics covered: budgeting, forecasting. So budget forecast, because I need to keep revisiting my budget, cost saving. So I would say more focus on cost control. So managing budget on a regular basis in a iterative manner. And we are also focusing on resource management because I want to make sure the people who are allocated to my project, the resources which are allocated to my project, they are utilized well. So as a project manager, I have a responsibility of making best use of available resources as well. So cost control, resource management are the kind of topics which are coming pretty evident in this particular question.